Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 19th of March. I want to use the Herbal Tarot for today's reading, and I always mention that with this deck I use the cards and then I also use this little guidebook, but the last few times I've actually forgotten to use the guidebook, so I'm going to put them here so that I remember. There we go. I'm going to shuffle the cards and then I'm going to choose three to see what's coming up here for you today and what energy you'll be working with. So let's see. Okay, first card is Marshmallow. The Queen of Pentacles, nice. Then we've got Ephedra, the Ten of Swords, that's less nice. And then finally we have the Ace of Pentacles, Whole Grains. And that's very wholesome. Wholesome whole grains. Okay, so let's see what the cards are trying to say here. First of all, we've got two cards in the Suit of Pentacles. And Pentacles is about your work and your finances and your practical circumstances. It's location, it's where you live, how you live, your environment. So if you're trying to make changes in any of those areas, the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles both support you very much in doing that. And then in the middle, we have the Ten of Swords. And Swords is about communication and perspective and decisions that other people make that then affect you. It's about conflict. It's about learning. Finding solutions to problems. And by the time you get to the Ten of Swords, there's a lot of negativity that's built up. And it feels like these swords are literally being used as weapons to draw blood. And it's kind of rock bottom, usually. So with the Ten of Swords, the message is something's got to give in terms of the amount of pressure that you've got on you. It's too much. And with the Queen of Pentacles, she's able to edit very well. And she's able to take some of the pressure off, or certainly she will allow you to work with whatever is going on that's difficult, and will help you to at least get an action plan in place. You know, if you've got certain things going on which are really problematic, I always find that having a plan B is helpful in terms of the anxiety I feel about a particular situation. So let's say you're working for... you've been working for a company for a very brief period of time and you don't know if your job is secure there, then, I mean, this is a bit of an odd example, but looking at other opportunities in terms of your work and seeing what else is out there, at least, if there could be other employment opportunities, then that's going to ease the anxiety, or as far as I'm concerned, that would. So the Queen of Pentacles is able to structure things very well. So if you need to make a plan or find a solution, then these two cards help you do that in a very practical way. So if you look at it that way, things in your life where you've given up, where you've thrown in the towel, it's like, this is something that I'm never going to master. I just can't do it. You're able to revisit those things, pick yourself up. What is it? What's the expression? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Which, okay, I wouldn't use that again. And really get this sense of, I'm actually taking something that has caused me pain or regret or that has made me feel defeated in my life, and I'm now revisiting that, looking at it again, and I'm going to master it or organize it and get this sorted as such. Okay, so first we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So court cards always appear as characteristics or as actual people in your life. So if the Queen of Pentacles shows up as a person, this is someone you should work with. She's a boss. She is reliable, she's honest, she is practical, she's experienced, and everything she touches becomes more beautiful. If this is something that's an inequality, same thing. You're able to improve upon existing structures in your life. You'll have the ability to express yourself creatively in some sort of tangible format, painting, writing, performance, sculpture. And also you'll have this very positive can-do attitude to things which have made you feel defeated in the past. So that's a good thing to revisit on this day, things that have made you feel like there's a block here that prevents me from realizing my own hopes and dreams. And by approaching that again, with the help of the Queen of Pentacles, and then also asking for help from the higher realms, and wherever else you can get help, will allow you to kind of amend that situation. Okay, so the Ten of Swords. Usually with this card, we've got someone lying face down in the snow. And there's an element of backstabbing involved. But I don't think that's the case here today. I really think it's, I've let things pile up on top of me, or I have not taken the kindest approach to myself at times. And I guilt myself and I beat myself up over the things that I cannot do. And, okay, so I'm just getting this. The choice is, am I going to keep doing that to myself, or am I going to operate differently? Am I going to tend to my garden and help myself grow? Or am I going to create this winter wonderland of snow through my own criticism and watch everything die? Look, they look like the same plant. This one is in the height of summer, luscious and thriving. And here, it's finished. Yeah, so self-support and nurturing yourself and structuring things and being constructive in your thinking and saying, how can I organize this? How can I solve this? How can I overcome it consistently? That's what helps you grow. And, oh no, I didn't do this right and I haven't mastered this and woe is me, will create that outcome. Interesting. Okay, and then finally the Ace of Pentacles. This is a gift from the universe, so you can see that disembodied hand coming out of the cloud with a pentacle in it. And it's saying, here you go. Here's something wonderful that will make you feel more abundant and richer. So either it's an actual check in the sense of cash, or it's a blessing in your circumstances. So, I don't know, it can be as simple as the weather being nice and the garden looking good. It can be feeling great physically and feeling energized, having ideas about what you can do for work in future, having a sense of understanding of how you can restructure things. And here with this doorway opening up, it's a blessing. It's the freedom to say, I'm going to change course, change direction in life, or I'm going to actually change my physical location and I'm going to decide to travel and to move. I mean, the whole grains bit is really nice, I think, because that's like wealth and riches. I mean, it's such an important food that sustains life. That's what the Ace of Pentacles does. It's that kind of thing that nourishes you, that nurtures you, and allows you to make your physical experience richer and more rewarding. Okay, so let's see what the herb meaning is now. Let's see, Pentacles. Pentacles, Pentacles, where are you? The Queen of Pentacles. Woman in charge of nurturing and caring for others. A mother for a businesswoman. No, not a mother for a businesswoman. A mother or a businesswoman. Okay. A woman of means and accomplishments. A wise crone. Someone to turn to for advice. Right. So a woman who makes things better in a practical sense. Her advice actually, when taken, pays off by improving the practical circumstances. Next, we've got the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords. One who is crippled and overcome by grief and sadness, desolation, desperation, no room for more pain. So it's the combo here, and with this as well, is the ability to overcome grief and sadness, to start working with it, to not be desolate and hopeless, to accept one's own, the crosses you have to bear, and instead of being crushed by it, saying, this is something I will bear, and I will lighten the load and work to get this off me. Okay, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, here we go. And it's the last one. That's interesting. Need for deep nourishment. Unsatisfied desires, cravings and yearnings. Okay, well, they're not going to be unsatisfied desires for long, because with all this earthy stuff, there's a real opportunity for you to move towards your desires, to manifest your hopes and dreams, and certainly to make a plan for the future and what action steps you're going to take to realize those hopes and dreams. Okay, number-wise, we've got the Queen, which is 1, and 10 is 11, and the Ace also counts as 1, so that's 12. 1 and 2 is 3, and 3 is communication and new beginnings. So it's communicating with the things that put pressure on your own soul, the things that burden you and that make you feel heavy and like you failed. Which sounds like a lot of fun. But no, it is fun. Well, it isn't, but it's this is my life. Rather than be, you know, oppressed by, you know, the things that haven't worked out, I'm now going to work on accepting those things and putting them in their rightful place so that they no longer cause me emotional pain. Right. Which is super constructive and positive. Okay, so I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with on this day. Oh, and finally, with the 3 being communication and new beginnings, it can be the new beginning of a better relationship with yourself. And one where you certainly don't pile on the pressure by criticizing yourself on top of everything else that's going on. Yeah, so if you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading with me. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, numerology, as well as my intuition. So if you have any questions about what's coming up for you in future, what the ideal job would be, strengths and weaknesses, specifics like money or relationships, or if you have any questions at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. To draw up your birth chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me, please. That's a process where I work out your time of birth. Once you send me 10 life events. Yeah. And then once I have that, then I can draw up your chart, and that tells me a great deal about you. So if you have any questions, please do get in touch. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.